Yeah, what up, folks? So we got a 2024 Toyota Yaris Cross. Customer complaint is that the vehicle run poorly. Basically, it didn't even reach the customer, right? Right, so we got 6,400 kilometers on the dash, right? So this vehicle is really new, right? It was straight from dealership going to the customer. And upon delivering to the customer, you know, all the lights came on the dash, right? These are the codes that came up from the guys in the shop, right? We got a P1364, P1360, P1366. What else do we got? P136001, P136415, P136629. Okay, it's letting me know that the E-cam position actuator bank signal invalid. Cam position actuator bank 1, circuit short the power open, and this one is saying cam position actuator 1, general electric failure. Okay, so this is on the intelligent side, this is on the over-the-hood side, so I'm going to try to combine the both of them because one could be affecting another. Where we got a P1360 exhaust VVT, right? Let's go on the hood and see exactly what the customer complaint is and what was done. So what they explained to me, right? This is a 3-cylinder setup, Yaris Cross. Okay, this is turbo, is it? I'm not sure if it is, right? So we got some codes here, right? I'm gonna just break that down in a bit, right? So they replaced the CTC, which is the cam timing control motor, with the EDU. EDU means electronic drive unit, right? This has the varying type on the intake and the exhaust, but it's more or less controlled from this side, and it's a hybrid. But the backstory of this is the guys replaced this cam timing control motor. So let's do some checks. Let's, look at scan data. Let's see what we need to do and see if we can diagnose this vehicle. This is a Yaris Cross, right? The M15A, right? 2024. Let's do a full scan. Let's see how fast it takes to run through this vehicle. I'm putting it right there. Okay, so we got a few codes on this. Okay, what else do we see? They said the vehicle runs really well, but for some unknown reason, the lights is on the dash. And I mean, if you bought a brand new vehicle, or a vehicle that you now purchase, you don't want no, faults on the system. So we got P062714, fuel pump A. We got a P1364. What is that? Cam position sensor actuator. What is it? Short to ground. We got lost communication with ECM. Lost communication. We got a lot of lost communication faults. So let's do a report. Alright, you got 12.1 volts on the battery, so I definitely gotta get this started. Alright, let's save this. Save it as PDF. Alright, let's say Yaris Cross. The guys did mention that they scanned the vehicle, so the codes are inside, right? Yeah, that should be it. Alright, so we got some faults, a lot of faults on this. So let's come out of here. Okay, what I'm gonna do, because I'm not sure if they had things unplugged, I'm gonna do a quick erase. I don't clear codes. I mean, y'all know that, but I need to, start from scratch because they had things unplugged while it was changing old parts. So I'm not sure exactly what am I chasing. So let's clear some codes and see what's going on. Is it a fault on the harness? Is it a ECU fault? I'm not sure, but we definitely got some faults. Okay, so we got a fault on the AC. I mean, lost communication with the ECU. missing message. So we lost communication with the ECU. So let's read the trouble code. Let's erase this code. Ignition on, communication. Okay, so that's a hard code. So for some reason the air conditioning unit lost communication with ECU or ECM in this case. Alright, so we got a fault code right there. So let's start the vehicle up and see exactly what's going on. Alright, so it started right up. Alright, so can I put the AC on? Let's see if the AC works. Yeah, the AC is working. We got no fault codes on the dash. Let's come out of here. Let's come out of here. Let's do a auto scan again. We got the, what's that? The hood is open. So let's close that hood in case we need to drive the vehicle. So this is a hybrid. Okay. So let's close that down. And let's, continue diagnosing this vehicle. So let's scan for faults. I mean, this scan tool is like running through this module real quick. I mean, Auto did improve because, within seconds, you see I got to 65%. That's real cool. So if you're looking for a scan tool, make sure and check out the MPK 908 Pro 2 by Auto. Really powerful tool. It's just not a normal scan tool. It's also, you can do online coding and stuff like that with and online programming. Alright, so let's do some checks on this. Alright, so let's see what's going on. I'm not sure exactly why we got dirt in here. That's probably a clue. Right, because the vehicle is fairly clean, and that's, I'm not sure. Right, so let's look for the fuse. Kind of hard to see because of glare. We got a 20 amp for the VVT, right, and we also got the fuse for the EF main #1 relay. So let's check. Matter of fact, let's check the VVT first. This is just 20 amp, right? So I'm getting power here, and this is the injector right here, 7.5. We good. Ignition is on, right? So we're just checking power, ground, all that good stuff, right? So we're not sure if one of these relays is acting up, but I just gotta make sure that the relay is getting power. Right, everything is good. Alright, what else do we have here? Let's check all these while we at it. It won't hurt. Perform the wiring diagram based on this code. So what I'm supposed to check was the VVT here and this one, right? I'm gonna check the EFI main #1. Okay, so this is the main relay that gets the signal from the ECU. It looks like it has some kind of dirt particles, but I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, so we got this one here, and let's take a look at this one right here, which is the VVT. Right, so let me see if I can get this one out as well. Yeah, so we're going to check the relay using this tool that I have here. Right, it's checking to make sure that the relay is doing what it's supposed to. Right now, you basically send current through the coil to activate the load side. Right, so just a quick check to make sure that everything is good before we install it. Right, most likely going to be swapping some of the relays around, right, to make sure that everything is cool, right, before we continue with the test. Right, so all I'm doing is applying power to this tool, right, and I press test, and then it will just do its thing, right, and let me know that the relay is good. Right, okay, so with key on, engine off, we're going to check for power and come into this relay for the VVT. Okay, so let's see, I'm getting right. So what I'm seeing here is 11.48, which is really low for this vehicle, right? So I'm going to put a maintainer on this, because if the relay is not getting the 12 volts needed for the control side, you're definitely going to have an open circuit technically, right? So let's put a maintain on it and see exactly if we can fully diagnose this vehicle. Alright, so all the checks was made on this fuse box setup, which is the relays, the fuse, right? So all is well right here. Like I said, man, we look like we gotta be chasing a fault due to circuit issue. I'm not sure if it's in the ECU, if it's in the harness or what, right? But we definitely gotta do some checks right now directly on this module right, on this motor right here. Yeah, to get to this connector is going to be very challenging, but let me see if I could get a lift or something like that where I could get access from underneath. If not, I will have to just probably use some dummy stands or something like that. But yeah, it's really in a tight spot. Yep, as I suspected, under the vehicle is limited space as well. This is going to definitely be challenging. Let me see if I can figure it out and get this harness off. Yep, finally got this harness off. Right, so based on the wiring diagram, right, I believe I'm supposed to see two 12-volt supply coming to pin 2 and 3. The rest is going to let's control the motor back and forth, you know, and supposed to have a ground. Right? Okay, I'm on pin 1. I'm getting 4.9 volts. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to get 5 volts directly on this one. I mean, no, I'm getting 5 volts on pin 4, 5, and 6. So right now you see we have 11 volts on pin number 2, and we're supposed to have at least 12 volts. Okay, so in pin number 2 we got 11 volts. So what does that mean? Does that mean the battery is getting weak? Let's press this button and see what's going on. So I drop all the way down to, I lost like 50 millivolts. Okay. Alright, so I believe I found the problem. Alright, so this unit right here is a 12 volt VVT motor, right? And what's going on is that when you remove the battery maintainer, you see the voltage drop all the way down to like 11 volts, 10.5 volts within some seconds. So what's going on that the battery can't supply the 12 volts to power up these units, right? And throwing some codes for crank and cam and AC and all those stuff like that, and basically throwing the system off. So we're gonna get a new battery put on this vehicle, clear the codes, take it for a run, make sure all is well, and then we're gonna basically call the customer and let them know what's going on, right? So yeah, it's that simple. A weak battery causing, you know, these systems to go haywire, man.